Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the House of Commons. I'm your host, Frankie Commons. We have an exciting series of episodes coming soon, and I'm really looking forward to putting those together for you. The first series is going to cover photography. I'll discuss the gear I use, techniques, and how I use Lightroom and Photoshop together to get the results you've probably seen either on my Facebook page or our Zenfolio site. I'll also do a deep dive into the different filters and plugins that I use and talk about how and why I use them. I've already started production on the first episode for this series, so be on the lookout for that one. Coming soon. Second series of episodes I plan on producing will be a bit of a deviation from the tutorial type videos. I'm calling it the You Don't Need to Be Famous to Have an Interesting History series. So I'm probably going to try to work on trying to shorten that title before the series actually goes to production. But for now, it encompasses what the series is going to be about. So exciting times ahead for the House of Commons, and I'm sure we're all going to have a lot of fun together. Now, seeing as though we're going to be discussing digital photography, I thought I'd take a few minutes and discuss my thoughts on the marriage of art and technology. Personally, I've always been a huge fan of technology, especially where it integrates itself into the world of art. Whether it be photography, music, or video, there's no denying that technology has always allowed us to do things more efficiently, more abundantly, and in some cases even more gracefully. All that said, there's a lot of people out there who feel that technology has taken the warmth and the soul out of art. Although I do understand where they're coming from, I don't necessarily agree with them 100%. I'm a child in the 70s and the 80s, so I do hear a difference between a piece of music that was recorded to tape and transferred to vinyl versus one that was mixed on a computer or transferred to CD. Of course I do. But that doesn't mean that a song that's recorded in pure digital could never move me, or that a purely digital movie could never fill me with emotion. The truth is, our grief is really more about the ritual than it is the art. It's about the sensation we get from slipping the vinyl out of the sleeve and dropping the needle on our favorite track versus taking a CD out of its little plastic case and placing it on the CD player tray and pressing the next button to find our favorite track. Honestly, I think for the most of us, though, once the song is playing, we all feel about the same way inside, you know. There's always been a marriage of technology and art. We tend to associate the idea of technology with what we call the information age. But the truth is, for as long as there has been art, technology has had its hands in the mix. Early man started drawing on rocks with charcoal left over from their fires, and they thought it was the coolest discovery ever, until the next time it rained. So they went in search of a new medium, a more permanent medium, something that would stand up against the elements, a new technology. Leonardo da Vinci was always trying new brushes and paints to get just the right look he was going for and that he envisioned for his paintings. When guys like George Beauchamp, Adolf Rickenbacker, and Les Paul started experimenting with electric pickups and acoustic guitars, they changed the future of guitar in a way that they couldn't even possibly have imagined. And today, companies like Line 6 and Roland are pushing the limits of blending technology with art. You can check out their websites to see some of the cool work these guys are doing with technology and art. So we live in an age where anyone can learn to be anything they want to be. With resources like YouTube and Google, and with the motivation to do so, you really can learn anything you want to learn. And let's not forget about books and magazines. They may be the LP records of research, but there's a whole host of knowledge out there ready to be soaked up by those who are willing to turn their pages. So the question here is, what is it that prevents us from learning something, anything? The answer? It's ourselves. It's human nature to get in our own way and prevent ourselves from understanding something new. That moment when we say to ourselves, oh, I could never learn how to do that, or this process is just too hard, I'll never understand it. In that moment, we have successfully got in our own way and prevented ourselves from moving forward. For the most part, we all have the capacity and coordination to learn how to do anything we want to do. Personally, I never went to school to learn music, photography, or video production. Never had a single guitar lesson. And other than one semester of computer science at Central Arizona College, I never had any formal training related to information technology. Yet for nearly 20 years, information technology was my career. I started as a level 1 help desk agent in a call center, and through self-study, motivation, I eventually worked myself into a senior engineering role. I learned how to get out of my own way and to open myself up to understanding new ideas and concepts. Most recently, I learned how to crochet. I sat down one evening when I had some free time, watched a few YouTube videos, and after a couple of failed attempts, I'm now well into crocheting my first scarf. And actually, here it is. So, not too bad for a first timer, right? And it's been fun. It's relaxing, that's for sure. So as we move forward with the House of Commons, I want all of you to understand that I'm not just here to provide these tutorials to you. I'm also here to help you stay motivated, believe in yourselves. It's a great feeling when someone takes something you've taught them, runs with it, and does something cool and exciting with it. Ultimately, it's those moments that are my motivation. So that's it for this episode. A little bit of inspirational talk. Hope that helps some of you decide to push forward with learning things that are new and exciting to you, or things that you've always wanted to learn, just never thought you probably could. Well, you absolutely can. Just know where your resources are and go for it. So get out there, start breaking down those self-made barriers. All right. Thanks for watching.